Okay, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Instagram, we're live on Facebook. My name is Waylon Lewis with Elephant Journal, and today I wanted to talk about a city councilor, Rachel Friend, here in Boulder, Colorado. As you know, we just suffered from a shooting, a mass shooting. A city councilor named Rachel Friend tweeted something about disinformation and denialism, and I really can't remember what she was tweeting about, but it was great. It kind of encompassed a lot of the problems that we have today. And what is the common root of so many of the problems that we have today? Whether it's, really, you could almost mention anything, whether it's climate change denialism, whether it's the kind of voter suppression we're seeing in Montana and Georgia and 41 other states in the US. And this isn't just the US. This is WhatsApp rumors helping elect Bolsonaro in Brazil, and then he, burns down the Amazon, and people on Instagram are surprised about that. So many of these problems, the anti-maskers, the COVID denialists, the QAnoners, the nationalists, the haters, the racists, so many of these problems are born of one thing, which is disinformation, which is fake news. The real fake news, not the fake news that fake news calls fake news. So it just underlines the importance of something really, it's so basic that we often overlook it, just like fish might overlook water, the importance of water. It's everywhere. A bird might overlook the importance of wind or air. We might overlook the importance of journalism. Journalism means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Journalism is also super boring, but it's often the boring things that we have to re-engage in, right? It's my kind of boring. I don't know about you. Maybe give a heart emoji or go crazy with your emojis, your funny-faced emojis. If you agree, it's my kind of boring to have sanity, to have kindness, to have caring about others, to have discourse between people who disagree, but can do so respectfully with an open mind. Now, I am a liberal, a libtard, as many of my so-called friends on Twitter might term me. I'm a vegan, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a cycler, I haven't owned a car for a long time. I'm a ridiculous cliche of a Boulder human being. But I'm also someone who believes in kindness and believes in gun reform and believes in climate change or addressing it fully, who believes that QAnon is nuts, who believes that voter suppression is anti-democratic and literal traitorship, who believes all these things with an open mind, not a gullible mind, but discernment and openness. So meaning if I'm talking with a friend of mine who owns guns and has better ideas for gun reform to reduce the gun violence in America, I'm open-minded about it. I'm not self-righteous. And this isn't about me. This is about the importance of journalism for all of us. So hopefully all of you who are given all these emojis on these different platforms we have going here are of one mind, that we maybe believe in kindness, we believe in sanity, all these things. But that's sort of like saying you believe in gravity, right? You don't have to believe in a fact for that fact to be true. Opinions are kind of irrelevant to facts. So as the Dalai Lama said about Buddhism itself, which is obviously dear to his heart, he said, if Buddhism and science contradict, we'll go with the science. That's why in the very beginning, we were kind of instructed, save the masks for the nurse, for the first responders, for the essential workers. It's best if you wash your hands and be safe. As we learn more and as more masks were available, the advice changed. As we became smarter, as we became better supplied, we weren't ready, right? So the exciting thing about this, it may sound boring, the exciting thing about talking about truth and facts in journalism is that we could solve climate change. Maybe not all of it, but we could solve starting from now. We could have saved hundreds of thousands of dear human lives through COVID. We could stop future pandemics, which will claim millions more if we don't. We could do away with these insane conspiracy theories that just suck people in like cults, like QAnon. Not do away with them in a mean way, do away with them with enlightenment, with facts, with knowledge, with sanity. We could have meaningful gun reform that even most gun owners in America support. And we could avoid having to live in fear whenever we're at a public venue or our children are at school. We can actually live in wonderful, sane, kind society. And all we need for that, as Symbion is saying, the problem is that everyone on the internet has their own facts nowadays. So the solution for that is super simple. Are you loyal to the truth? And if the truth disagrees with you, will you disagree with yourself? Which is called changing your mind. So all that requires is that you subscribe to journalism. I don't care if it's the New York Times, the Washington Post, and this term MSM means nothing. Mainstream media, yeah, there's awful mainstream media that you shouldn't subscribe to. And there's fantastic, just because something's mainstream doesn't mean it's awful. Drinking water, I'm pretty sure, is mainstream. Wearing a hat is super basic. Doesn't mean it's bad. Beards are everywhere. Doesn't mean they're evil. T-shirts, people wear T-shirts all the time. That doesn't mean they're bad, right? You get the point. So mainstream, nothing wrong with it inherently. There's crappy mainstream media and there's quality. So find some quality journalism. Quality journalism, and I have a chart that I teach about this in Elephant Academy, our online school. Quality journalism is generally, they can fund investigative reporting. They're loyal to the truth. If you're so conservative or progressive that you think the New York Times is evil or awful, that says more about you than the New York Times. You can subscribe to Elephant if you want to keep these videos going, if you want to keep our Instagram and our Twitter and our Facebook and our newsletter and our site itself, and paying our writers and paying our editors. Help me pay my staff better, help us grow and become a mindful, truth loyal social media network. You could subscribe to Elephant Journal. But basically find some real journalism and subscribe to it. We can all argue and have different opinions. We don't have to salute the truth, but we need to know the truth and then be able to disagree about that. We are entitled, as is said, to our own opinions. We are not entitled to our own facts. Being entitled to your own facts is like walking over a cliff and saying, I don't believe in gravity. Gravity doesn't care what you believe about gravity. Same with truth. And that's what we've seen with COVID denialism. We had a mob party where they were overturning cars just a couple blocks this way, just a week or so ago. Then we had the NRA fund a lawsuit that overturned our assault weapons ban. Then we had a mass shooting here. And I've already done some videos on that. And honestly, I've already cried a few times today. I went to the memorial this morning. Those photos are on my Instagram. I'm all cried out right now, but I'm not burned out. I'm not uninspired. And we all just have to anchor ourselves to the truth. And again, we can have our own viewpoints and our respectful arguments around that. So that's it. Journalism. It may be boring, but it's sexy. Make journalism the new, exciting, sexy thing. And remember, there's crap journalism and there's quality journalism. Quality journalism, I would recommend New Yorker, New York Times. Economist can be good. Wall Street Journal, despite being owned by Murdoch, can be good. A lot of local papers can be good. Please. Thank you so much. Consider subscribing if you like these videos. If you want to see them keep going, to elephantjournal.com/subscribe.